I did a video on this already. Forgive me, I'm just returning after some really deep shadow work. Because now that we're entering the bottom of the clipeth and cleaning some stuff out, I'm accessing the cockroach self. The cockroach. Where it's like pure shadow work, or it's like the pure animal instinct just to survive. So like the base, like, man, the ant self from Hode was something not, it was not the cockroach. So I was looking at myself as this stuff was coming up through my throat, through my face. And I looked like the guy from MIB, the alien, the cockroach alien man. And it was so gross. And I could feel it, I could see it. All right, on another note, Gryffindor's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You think it's glamorous? It's not. It's like having to hunt and chase down demons and vampires and narcissists and Slytherins and stuff. Like all the time. And it's gross. It's scary. And it's the difference between a Gryffindor and a Ravenclaw. The Ravenclaw is like, it's going to sit at Hesed, but also the top of the tree. And they're going to be a benefit to Gryffindor. But there's an old teaching about the most important Sephiroth to make sure that the tree didn't collapse was Gaebra. So, even if Ravenclaws of higher intelligence and stuff, like, at the end of the day, it's like Godric Gryffindor for a reason. And they're the brave ones doing shit work, bitch work, like scary stuff with almost no credit all the time. Oh, don't get paid. Don't, it's like no credit. It's only out of the pure, there's no fame involved. There's no pats on the back. Like, you hunt down stuff and you slaughter it. Or you throw it in the lava. Um it's pretty much Gryffindor, you know. Sometimes a big ticket item comes along and you can get some recognition. like like at the end of the day, it's not like that at all. So there's a centipede demon that I'm in the process of hunting and slaying. And it just likes to just stab people out of the blue. It's one of the fastest demons I've ever seen. And even just in the astral plane, and it's pretty gross. And it's like, I feel like I've got parts of its consciousness to die, but we'll see. On Justice versus Revenge, Part 2. So Once you get into Gryffindor, you've taken hits that wear at your soul. I mean, you're probably there in Hufflepuff. But once you're in Gryffindor, you take hits like cheap shots, sucker punches, gross stuff. You get like no reward. And people continue to throw sucker punches at you all day long, or ignore you, or continue to rape the planet and like make your job harder. By just pure ignorance, or ignoring you, or pretending that you don't exist, or pretending that you don't matter, or pretending that you're crazy, or just writing you off because they don't want to participate at all. Okay, so like 99% of people. It's at that point where like the justice versus revenge comes through. Because they might be throwing you stabs or shooting at you or doing horrible things to you. And at that point, you don't deserve it. They're narcissists that think you deserve it just because they could actually throw a punch. Instead of like that's their rationality. Oh, well, you didn't put the brick wall up, so I'm allowed to fuck it. That's their excuse, and that's their reasoning. Oh, well, you didn't defend yourself well enough, so it's fine if I do it. So demons, you know, that have zero self-respect. Zero. So it's at that point when you've reached Gryffindor. You're like above the wheel of karma. You go justice versus revenge. Because it's at that point where you're like angry. You're angry taking hits from people. You're angry with their shitty astral selves attacking you. You're angry. And you want to take revenge on them. And it would be just. You want to slaughter them back, you know? And this is the only reason why you don't. They deserve it, believe me. They do. You have a limited amount of energy. And you might be in a pit hole or a snake pit still and need to crawl out of the snake pit. And your energy should be towards healing yourself from the hits that you take. Your energy should be going towards building a better self-defense system. Your energy should be going towards protecting your children or your children's friends instead of taking revenge. They deserve it. They deserve to get shot in the head for what they do. They deserve to be stabbed to death for what they do. They deserve it. 100%, 100 times over. And you're supposed to walk away just so you can heal. Because if you don't, you're cheating yourself out of your own energy. So it's a different thing once you've attained that energy to go hunt down the demons. Not so much the people, but the demons. On that note, that's the difference, you know? That's the difference between justice versus revenge. And probably why you don't want to take revenge. And this is without forgiveness. You don't need to forgive those assholes at all. Zero. You just need to care about yourself more than you care about attacking them. All right, Collie Wren out.